Hey kids, it's time for your Unit 2 study guide. I'm going to let you know that there's more questions on the test than there are in the study guide, but I decided to give you less questions to go over because there are duplicate questions, same type, on the test. Here we go. You'll already see I've drawn on these graphs. You'll be like, what's going on? We need to find the slope of this line. These triangles represent the fact that you can go from here to here, or you can go from here to here. It doesn't matter. They will all get you the same slope. So between any 2 points, we'll get the same slope. But the easy way to do this, of course, is to write y equals blank x. Start at the origin. Count either up or down to get to the intercept. So this intercept is down 1, 2. So I'm starting at -2. There's my intercept. And now to get from this point to the next, which is right here, or right there, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go up 1, right 1, 2, 3. Up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. Now if I did it from this point to that point, it'd be up 2, right 6. So either way, 2 over 6, 1 over 3, your slope is 1/3. Remember, fractions are the flat lines. The flatter the line, the more likely you're looking at a fraction. The steeper the line, like number 2 here, you're looking at a whole number. Now this is a positive slope, it goes uphill. This is a negative slope, it goes downhill. So for number 2, y equals something x. Same thing, start at the origin. This time we're counting all the way up to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 away from the top, which is 10. So this is an intercept of positive 9. I'm going down, 1, 2, 3, right 1. Down 3, right 1. If I went to the next point, it'd be down 6, right 2. Either way, you get -3. If you did -3 over 1, that is perfectly fine too, of course. Moving on to number 3. Same process. We're going to look at this negative line. It's a little bit flatter, so it's probably some sort of fraction. Let's see. Going to find the intercept from the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So y equals x plus 5. I'm going down, right? Down 1, 2, right 1, 2, 3. Down 2, right 3. Or down 4, right 6. Either way. Down 3. Said that wrong. Down 2. I wrote the 3 before I spoke. Down 2, right 3. I gotta make sure I put that negative in there. Sometimes it's better to leave a little more space than I did. Y equals, well, this is a positive line. I don't have to worry about a sign, so that's easier. Number 4, I'm counting down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So -8 is my intercept. I'm going up. This is a positive line, so I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. Up 4, right 1. So either 4 over 1 or just 4. Either one, doesn't matter. Same thing. For number 5, you're probably going to say Malzberger. There's an extra line there. That's right. There's a vertical line here because I'm going to remind you, because it's not actually in this study guide. Here's the line that you looked at. Remember, a horizontal line has a slope of 0. It's completely flat. Between an uphill and a downhill, between the positive and negative slope, is a 0 slope. This is y equals whatever this is. This is a y value. So up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is y equals 7. Horizontal is y, because the y-axis points at the sky. All of its values are horizontal. A vertical line, I'm going to remind you, this is x equals 1, 2, 3. So vertical line, undefined slope. It doesn't have a slope. It doesn't make sense because it's neither flat nor steep nor in any which way. So remember, verticals are x values. Number 6. Count up on this nice positive line. Up 1, 2. So I get y equals x plus 2. This is a big gap, so I gotta go, let's see, that's where I gotta get to. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 4, right? 5. Oh my gosh, you're almost done. Not really. Well, you're getting there. All right, there will be 2 of number 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's doubles of these on the test. So you have 2 like this. Write an equation with a slope of 4 and the point 25. So remember, we're going to plug into y equals mx plus b. Actually, reminding you, you need to label your points. It's just so much better. And then I'll use some colors here to make it period year. 5 is my y value, so I'm going to replace the 5, or replace the y with the 5. It equals, m is the slope, so that's 4. Parentheses for whatever the x is. The x is 2 plus b. So I get 5 equals 4 times 2 is 8. And it's going to be 8 minus 3, right? 8 minus 3 is 5. Now if you want to do the full step, you can. You can say, yeah, look, it's negative 3 for b. So my full equation would be y equals 4x minus 3. Number 8. There will be 2 of these. This is where I give you 2 points. 4, negative 1. 2. Oh, negative 2, 2. Sorry. So you got to find the slope first. So remember, label your points. And remember, slope is y over x. We're going to travel on the number line. So we start with the y. I'm at negative 1 on the number line, and I'm going all the way up to 2. Well, that's an increase, so it's positive. I'm crossing 0, so it's 1 to get to 0, 2 more to get to 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. For the x, I'm at 4 on the number line. I'm going back to negative 2, so it's a negative, it's a decrease. I'm going from 4 to back to 0, and then 2 more to negative 2, so it's negative 6. Remember, if they cross from one sign to the other, you just add them up. So it's 3, positive, right? And then negative 6 is the denominator. Simplify. It's a negative fraction. 3 over 6 is the same as 1 over 2. Basically, I divided the top and bottom by 3. Now we plug in, like we did in problem 7, into mx plus b. So I'm going to use, since I don't want to mess up my signs, I'm just going to use these ones I've already circled. It just seems easier for me. I'm going to use the negative 1 for y. I'm going to plug in my negative 1/2 slope for m, parentheses for x. The x value is a 4. And then plus b. So writing it out, I got negative 1, so this is a negative times a positive. It's still a negative. Half of 4 is 2. So I know this is going to be plus 1, because negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. But of course I could show it. You don't have to. 2 minus 1 is 1. So my final equation, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. Ooh, you can't see that last part. Ooh, sorry. You see it? My bad. My screen's a little bit blocked. All right, I got to slide it up here and get the little space for number 9. Number 9, I'm giving you a table. X, Y, input, output. You got 1, negative 3, 2, negative 1, 3, 1, and 4, 3. Okay, so we're going to write the equation of this line. Now on this, you can do exactly what you did on number 8, or you can just say, well, it goes up by 1 here, up by 1 here. So we're just saying we're on 1 at the number line. Let's go to 2. Oh, that's an increase of 1, right? Number slope is y over x, right? I'm going from negative 3 to negative 1. That's 2. Yep, negative 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 3 is 2. So it's 1 and 2. Flip it. Don't leave it as a half, because it's not. That's x over y. Y over x is 2 over 1. So there's my slope. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go backwards, because when I get to x equals 0, I can figure out what the intercept is that way instead of plugging it in. And if you just look, it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back by 1, you're at 0. This one, you're going up by 2, so let's go back by 2. So negative 3 minus 2, negative 5 is my B. And I'll write the entire thing down as y equals 2x minus 5. Now if you're like, I'm not sure if that's right, check it. Plug in an x. Let's plug in 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 5 is 1. Or, sorry, negative 1. Hey, it works. Since I said it wrong, let's do it again. Plug in 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. You know it's right. And then you can feel happy and confident. Number 10. You're going to convert this standard form linear equation into slope-intercept form. Remember, we're solving for y, which means we treat this as the coefficient, that as the constant. It's just a two-step. Nothing combines. I'm going to add 4x to this side to get rid of it, and it comes over here as a positive. Nothing combines. Bring down that negative 2y equals, there's my 4x. I always put it next to the equal sign, so it's in the right order for slope-intercept graphing. And then we divide by the coefficient of negative 2. It's 3 divisions. Remember, everything gets divided. And I get y equals positive divided by negative is a negative. 4 divided by 2 is 2. X positive by negative is negative. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now, the next few questions are a little silly. I don't really have a way to show them to you. So look at the screen, look at your problems, I'll just tell you the answer. For number 11, I gave you a really easy question. Which graph, one looks like this. Oh, I guess I'm going to show it to you. That's A. And then B is like this, where it goes and bends. It says, which graph shows a proportional line? This one. A proportional line has to start at the origin, which this one does, but it has to continue on a straight path. This one bends. Number 12, you have a bunch of linear equations. It says, which equation shows a proportional line? You have A, which is y equals 9x. You have B, which is y equals negative 3x plus 6. You have C, which is y equals 4x. And D, which is y equals 1/2 x plus 3. And it says, which equation shows a proportional line? Well, remember, proportional lines can't have a y-intercept. There's a y-intercept right there, so no, not B, and no, not D. Y equals 9x, y equals 4x, so there's two answers here. It's A and C. Number 13. I realized in the review we never talked about functions. Oh well. I bet you can figure this one out. It says, is this a function? Is that a function? Just say no. Of course that's not a function. Now remember, a function can't overlap itself. It can curve and bend, but you can't draw a line through it then hit it more than once. So just know that that's nothing you can graph. Just say no. Just like the DARE program told you, just say no. 14, the last one. I give you another table. X, Y, you got 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5, 6. Does this table represent a function? Remember, all you have to look for is repeated x's. If there's repeated x's, then you have to check the y's. If they have the same y's, it's still a function. You can't have like 1 and 2 and then 1 and 3. That doesn't work, because that means you're plugging in the same number into the same equation and getting two different answers. That's not okay. This is clearly a function. This is it's going up by 1 by 1. This is y equals x plus 1. That's what this is, which is a function. And you can see you're like, yeah, whatever x is, I add 1. That's what that equation is. So yes, the answer is yes, this is a function. I'm not giving you really hard function questions. Oh my God, that's it. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.